today for Cape Chronicle. I'm Audra Kane. Today we will be talking about projects, pets, and prevention with our guest Jason Williams from the Missouri Department of Transportation. Will be here to talk about the Center Junction project. Jennifer Sokolowski will join us to talk about Southeast Missouri's Humane Society, and Jessica Bellinger will be here to talk with us about EPIC's Glow Run event and substance abuse prevention. That's all ahead on Cape Chronicle.
I'm Rudy Tempesta. I'm 92 years old. I fought in World War II. Then I came home, worked for the post office for 70 years. I've been getting Meals on Wheels, and I enjoy it. The most important thing about Meals on Wheels is you meet the people, which to me is fantastic. You need people to keep your brain moving. That's what life is about. It's love and having a conversation with people.
Welcome to Cape Chronicle. I'm Audra Kane. We're here with MoDOT construction engineer and Center Junction project manager Jason Williams. Thanks for coming in, Jason.
Glad to be here.
Okay, it's longer than Center Junction project. Can you give me the official name? It's a DDI, is that right?
We abbreviate it DDI. It's actually a diverging diamond interchange is what that stands for.
And that is coming to our area at the intersection of 61 and I-55, kind of between Cape and Jackson. So can you explain why that particular area?
Sure. I guess it would help to step back and look at how this project came about. We have two bridges on Interstate 55 at Center Junction that have been deteriorating for a while. They're in what we call poor condition. They're also narrow by current standards for interstate highways. And so we were looking at having to either rehab or replace those. And when we were looking at that project, we had also been aware that folks over the years have been a little confused by the unusual geometrics of the interchange that is there now. The median that is in 61 is not typical for a traditional diamond interchange. And so we had the opportunity to look at addressing both needs since the bridges needed attention anyway. And so we began to look at that, and we actually found that we could reduce the length of the bridges, save cost on the bridges, and allow us to do the geometric revisions to the interchange and improve the traffic flow and safety of the interchange. And so that's how we got to the point of selecting a diverging diamond for this location. Okay, so what does that mean for the interchange itself? How will that change traffic flow? Sure. So the interchange that is in place now is what people would know as a traditional diamond. You see those quite commonly throughout Missouri. A diverging diamond, it's very similar to a traditional diamond, but it is a little more compact, and it does cause an unusual movement for folks that drive it for the first time, but it puts traffic on the opposite side of where you're normally used to driving. So traffic would be, as you're driving through the DDI, you would actually have traffic going opposite you on the right-hand side of your vehicle, which is unusual, but there are some benefits to that. And one of the major benefits is safety. It allows for left turn movements in the interchange to occur without vehicles having to cross in front of other vehicles. And so the real benefit there is it almost eliminates the right angle collisions, which are generally the most severe in those types of interchanges. And by eliminating those, it makes it safer, because the right angle collision most folks would know as a T-bone collision, and those are pretty devastating when they occur. So that's the big safety benefit. From a traffic flow perspective, that also allows free-flowing left turns and right turns onto all the ramps at the interchange, which if you drive Center Junction now, you know you have to wait for a traffic signal to allow you to make a left onto the ramps. That will not have to happen with the new DDI. So it actually improves traffic flow and congestion as well. So you don't have to wait for a right turn, you don't have to wait for a left turn? If you're trying to get onto the interchange ramps to the interstate, you will not have to wait for a traffic signal.
That's nice, because sometimes not only does it slow you down, but like you said, that T-bone incident, that can be kind of scary for some drivers,
Yes.
especially if they're new drivers, like high school kids. So what's the timeline for the project? When are we looking at starting?
Right. So we originally let this project in our May bid opening, and we received bids that were higher than we anticipated. So we rejected those bids, went back to the drawing board to see how we might modify the design and bring the cost down. We conferenced with bidders that had bid on the project, and what they told us was that the construction staging, so how we sequenced all of the work in the contract, was a little complex, and so they bid the project higher because of all the additional construction staging to build the job without closing things. So we went back to the drawing board. We worked with the Southeast Missouri Metropolitan Planning Organization and the two cities of Jackson and Cape, and we came up with some options for some limited access at the interchange during construction. And so we believe that we have a staging plan in place now that will bring costs down. We plan to relet this project in our December bid opening. If it is awarded to a contractor, we would have work potentially happening as early as February of next year.
Okay, so a good example of what someone might see in this type of interchange would be, perhaps there's one in Farmington that
Yes.
people might be familiar with, and that's located kind of on the
Missouri 221
right.
and Highway 67.
Okay, and it does that same kind of thing where you're crossing over. I mean, like, how does someone think of doing something like that? Are there other states that have these kind of interchanges?
There are a lot of states now that are starting to build these. Missouri actually built the very first diverging diamond in Springfield in 2009. Since then, we have built 19 in the state, with 2 others under construction now, and Center Junction would be the 23rd diverging diamond in Missouri. North Carolina and some other states have actually surpassed us now in the number of diverging diamonds in their states. They've caught on to this design. They're very effective and efficient at moving traffic, and of course the added safety benefit that we talked about earlier. So they were becoming a very popular replacement for the traditional diamond interchange.
So when you try to sell it, you know, as an engineer, I mean, like, you're in the project manager, like, when you try to sell this to someone, how do you describe it? I mean, what's the fastest way to describe how this works?
Well, they are difficult to describe how they work. We have videos on our website, YouTube videos, actually, for this project and other DDIs we built in Missouri. And so generally I try to refer those folks to those videos to see that. So if you visit our MoDOT website, you can look at those videos. But to sell those, I think the real benefit when you talk to people is the added safety. When you reduce right angle, the serious collisions to almost zero, right angle collisions, that's a big benefit, and I think people can see that. In addition to, if you've been stuck in traffic and in congestion, and the time you spend in that can be frustrating. So I think anytime you can improve traffic flow for folks, that's also a big selling point as well.
Well, and that intersection in particular can occasionally, at certain times of the day, get pretty busy. I'm sure that once people discover the ease of use of the diverging diamond there, they're going to wish it was in every intersection around here.
It's not appropriate for every intersection, but it is good for locations with high volumes like Center Junction.
Okay, all right. Well, and when did you say that it might possibly get started?
We will know in January after the project goes through bidding. Our commission meets on the project. It could get started as early as February, weather permitting, most likely in March or April when weather improves.
Okay, well, thank you, Jason.
Okay.
Thanks for all the information. We've been talking with MoDOT's Jason Williams. Thanks again for coming by. On the way next, we're talking pets, strays, and facilities with SEMO Humane Society's Jennifer Sokolowski. That's all next on Cape Chronicle.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back to Cape Chronicle. I'm Audra Kane. The Humane Society of Southeast Missouri serves our communities by nurturing the human-pet bond by providing shelter care and advocacy for homeless pets and providing spay and neuter resources and education for people. We have Development Director Jennifer Sokolowski here to tell us all about it. Thank you for coming in to talk with us, Jennifer.
Thank you for having us today.
Well, so I wanted to lead off with, for people who don't know, the Humane Society of Southeast Missouri is not affiliated with the National Humane Society. Is that correct?
That is correct. Any humane society in the U.S. is not connected. Any of the local organizations are not connected with the national organization. We're all separate entities. We're not a brand of some sort, you know, if you want to say that. So yes, if you donate to the Humane Society of the U.S., we receive no funding from them. We don't receive funding from the ASPCA or any of those national organizations or any government institution either, national, federal, or local.
So with that, where do you get funding?
Yes, from our communities. We also have a few contracts through some of our local cities that also help fund, but it is our community base that keeps our doors open.
And some of that is events, and some of that is fees.
Correct.
So, and I know that there's a new facility.
Yes, we're very excited.
Events have led to that. I mean,
Yes.
because of the events that have gone on. So what are some of the events that you all have had in the past in order to support like a building campaign for a new facility?
Yes, so we do basically 3 main events a year. We have a dessert auction, gourmet dessert auction, and actually it's this weekend. So the Southeast Cancer Center helps sponsor that. So we have different savory and sweet desserts. People from the community donated. It is a major fundraiser. We have 200 to 300 items that are donated, anywhere from gift certificates, homemade food, to gift baskets, and then we auction those off. And then in February, we have a big gala, if you want to call it, but we have a little bit more fun. We do a comedy show, so it's our big fundraiser for the year. And then in June, we do more of a community-based type fundraiser and raising awareness to the pets and the people in our community, and it's a pet expo. So those are our 3 main functions, and then we do mailers, and then we just go out in the community and help educate and hope people support us.
Absolutely. So the new facility, tell
Yes.
us about it. I can tell by the smile on your face you're so excited.
We're very excited. Right now we're currently in about 2,300 square foot. We process 3,000 orphan pets a year. So we do phenomenal work with a little bit that we have. We are going to be moving into a 12,000 square foot facility. We are currently fundraising still for that. We've raised about $1.5 million. We have about 3.7 is the estimated cost. So we have a little bit of ways to go, but we're expecting to break ground in spring of this year. So we're really looking for the community to step forward. We just launched a capital campaign and asked the public to come on board with us.
So how do they find information about the Capital Funds campaign?
Yes, there's a couple of different ways. Our website, semopets.org, our front page is now all about the Capital campaign. It's got the new floor plans, the rendering of the building, different ways to be able to give the information why it's important. Our building that we're currently in is over 50 years old, so it has surpassed what we can do. I mean, it's not meeting our needs. So that's why it's vital. So you can go on to semopets.org. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a lot of information on Facebook. And watching Facebook also helps educate what we do every day. We post 2 or 3 times a day what's going on, different pets, different activities that we got going on. So it's a great way to learn about us also.
And the Humane Society is a nonprofit.
That's correct.
So anyone who donates, whether it's a private donation or a business donation, there is a benefit to them for doing so, right?
Yes, tax deductible. We are a non-for-profit, so yes, it is a wonderful way to give back to your community.
Absolutely. I did visit earlier today, semopets.org, and there's some great pets available for adoption.
There is.
And I know that you all stress adoption. Adopt, don't shop.
Correct.
What, for the person who doesn't understand why that's important, explain why it's important to adopt a pet.
Because like I said, we bring in over 3,000 orphan pets. Those pets deserve a home just like any breeder would breed a dog. They give so much to families. They are just as adoptable, just as loving as any dog that is bred. And as mankind, we have put those animals in that position, so they have a right to have a happy outcome just as any other pets.
Sure, and not everybody wants a puppy or a kitten when they first get an animal, because like say a student fresh out of college is not going to have time to train a puppy. Now they might think that they do.
Right.
But they are wrong, because it's like having a 2-year-old.
That's why we're there to help educate that.
Yeah. And sometimes a little bit older pet is great, and you guys have those.
We do, and a great thing about us, we also get to know our dogs. They come in, we have our staff that go in and work with them every day. We know their behavior, we know what they like, what they don't like. We're the best dating service there is out there. We're able to match up great pets with great homes and be able to give you what you need. We have a Puppies for Parole program. You talk about a new dog owner, and these puppies go to prison, and it sounds really weird, but we have prisoners at Potosi Prison that earn the right to be able to train dogs. And the dogs that come out of the facility are fully potty trained, leash trained. So if we have a family that doesn't have the time to quite put in what they need to with the pet, then we can kind of gear them to a Puppies for Parole dog. Those dogs have been trained. Some of them get to stay for an additional 10 weeks, and they have been trained as service dogs for people with disabilities.
What a great program that is. You guys have a lot of great programs.
We do.
semopets.org for more information.
Correct.
Jennifer, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
It's great to have you here. So much happening at the Humane Society. After the break, we'll get epic with Jessica Bellinger and talk about the New Year's Epic Glow Run on Cape Chronicle.
Thank you.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth.
He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching.
This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
At Southeast Missouri State, we've been launching the extraordinary careers of educators for nearly 150 years. But that's the thing about educators. They're always ready to learn more, discover new paths, and push themselves to the next level. With our new online educational leadership programs, you can earn the credentials needed to move up in your career. With flexibility for your schedule, accelerated courses, and an affordable price, together we can transform our learning communities and prepare you to conquer your goals.
This is Cape Chronicle, and I'm Audra Kane. EPIC is a nonprofit organization formed in 2000 to address the issue of youth substance abuse in our area. They promote healthy attitudes and behaviors among youth. And we have EPIC coordinator Jessica Bellinger here to tell us more about it. Hey, Jess.
Hi, Audra.
It's so nice to have you back on the show.
It's so great to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so what do you do as the coordinator for EPIC?
You know, how long do we have? No, I'm teasing you. You know, I like to cut up. I'm the project coordinator at EPIC. We are a very small nonprofit. In fact, we only have 2 full-time employees, and then our director is part-time. So there's just 3 of us, but we do a bunch of different stuff. My coworker, Shelly, she works a lot with dogs. I know you just were speaking with the Humane Society, right. So this is kind of a pet-themed show right now. She does a really cool, unique program called EPIC Pals, and it's parts of it are pretty similar to the Puppies for Parole, where except we don't work with the prison population. Shelly takes shelter dogs or recently adopted dogs and works with kiddos who might be at their Gerardo Center, or they might be hooked up with Boys and Girls Club or Big Brothers Big Sisters. And she works with them. She teaches the kids how to train the dogs.
Oh, I did not know
so,
that.
Yeah, and so it's a really cool program. And these kids are getting skills to train dogs, but they're also getting these awesome social emotional learning skills. Mm-hmm. And in turn, that's going to make them make better decisions, have empathy, get that great human-animal bond, and then hopefully the goal is for those kids to use those skills in their daily lives. And then, you know, kiddos that have these great social emotional learning skills, they're not really going to reach out for underage drinking and doing drugs. So that's the hope, and it's a really cool program. She has different versions of it for different populations. But then I am just the coordinator. So I work with, I do work with Shelly some as well. And then I coordinate things like this.
The EPIC
our Glow Run. Because my favorite thing in the world is running. It's actually, I don't run. So I get to like sit behind the scenes while other people run. But this is our big fundraiser. This is the 6th year for it, and registration is open right now.
And it's on New Year's Eve. Why New Year's Eve?
I mean, why not?
Okay.
What are you doing on New Year's Eve? Let's go running,
not
right?
Anything as fun as a Glow Run.
No,
so.
Well, and all joking aside, New Year's Eve, everybody associates New Year's Eve with partying, drinking, you know, ringing in the new year, and that's fine if you're of age and do it responsibly. But we wanted to do something positive if somebody doesn't necessarily want to go party and they just want to, we say, you know, end the year running instead of partying.
Well, and
go for
having
it.
Fun. It's
it's
possible
so
to have fun without drugs and alcohol. And
yes.
That's a great lesson for the kids that you guys are working with.
Yes.
That's fantastic. I wasn't even making the connection as to why y'all were doing it on New Year's Eve, but that's really great.
Yes.
So what's it been like? Because you've participated.
Yes, it's been so very cold, but we just tell people to bundle up, and it's fun because it's at the Osage Trail. It's dark outside at 6 o'clock on New Year's Eve. So we have in the swag bags, we've got like glow sticks and glow in the dark necklaces, and some people show up with like Christmas lights wrapped around them. I need to find this. I saw a Halloween kid was a stick man. He had like a glow in the dark stick man. I got to get that outfit for sure to be
I'm
a
sure
glow in
you
the dark
can
stick
find
man.
it on Amazon.
Yeah. So, and we do have the trail kind of strategically lit, but it is dark. So if you have kids that want to run it, know that it's dark out there. But we will have it's a out and back, so it's a turnaround at the Osage Center at the trail.
And that's a full 5K?
It's a 5K, yes. So if a kid wants to do it, we don't have a shortened version because it is dark. So it's, you know, my kids ran it last year with Ben, and they had a blast. I couldn't believe that little Max did it, but he did. He stuck in there and finished a 5K.
So are there other things going on at the event besides just the run? I mean, do you have... like, are there refreshments? Is there information?
We'll have refreshments. We will, and that's where I will be. I'll be nice and warm inside. I will not be on the trail. No, that's not true. I will be on the trail, but we usually have popcorn, hot chocolate, coffee, and we'll be giving away some prizes. We'll give a male winner, a female winner, and then a kiddo winner. Okay. We'll get a prize. So. Okay.
All right.
It's fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and it says all ages and skill levels welcome. So
yes.
For those who want to slow down and walk.
If it takes you several hours, we'll be there till you finish. But
all right. Well, I love that. I did want to ask you about anything that, and I hate to use the word trend-wise, but are there is there anything going on in our area that you guys are seeing that you want to address, that you know is happening and feel like needs to be addressed?
Right. Every community no community is immune to youth substance abuse, and so CAPE is also, you know, we're not immune to it either.
Right.
We're just seeing kind of the same old thing, underage drinking. You know, you can't drive downtown without seeing several vape shops, and SEMO kids are reporting, as well as high school kids. The kids are vaping. I'm not real sure how safe that is. I'm not an expert on safety, so.
But prevention is the key, and that's what you all are making an effort toward, is prevention.
Yeah.
How can someone get involved if they want to help out with EPIC? Go to the website?
Yes, we post on our Facebook page all the time, facebook.com/EPIC Prevention. We also do have a website, epicprevention.org. We need volunteers. Shelley needs volunteers all the time to help with PALS classes.
Okay.
We need volunteers on New Year's Eve to help with the race.
Well, then epicprevention.org/glow to sign
register.
up for the register. Okay, thanks, Jessica.
Thanks,
it's great to see you again. We've been talking with EPIC's Jessica Bellinger, and thank you for joining us for Cape Chronicle. The program is a collaboration between the Department of Mass Media at Southeast Missouri State University and the City of Cape Girardeau. Our producer is Nicolette Brennan. Our executive producer is Dr. Jim Dufek. I'm Audra Kane. Thanks for watching.